Hello, hello! I am Chondra Rankin, and I am coming to you from Eagle Point near Solon. I'm at Lake McBride. That's the lake behind me. I wanted to get the water in there. Can't really see very well though. So this morning I brought up a topic that I think is really cool, and I just said, well, I'll tell you about it later because it's kind of a topic in and of itself. And the topic was RAS. Hey Morgan and Holly, I hope you guys had a great day. It's kind of nice out. I'm at Lake McBride right now. I'm at Eagle Point. It sounds really fancy, but it's just not that much. But it's beautiful out, so I can't complain. This morning I talked about, or I said RAS. Hey Morgan, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a long time. The RAS is something that kind of blows my mind. It's called the reticular activating system. This is going to be a little bit of biology, but it's really cool. It's part of your brain. It's located near the top of your spinal column, and it comes up about, I don't know, 2 inches. It's about the diameter of a pencil, so it's not very big. I was going to bring a pencil as a prop, but I don't use pencils, so you know what a pencil looks like. All of your senses except for smell are wired to the reticular activating system. And it's a group of neurons that connect if I could talk. It connects the neurons connect the brainstem to the cortex. Okay. So anyway, it connects important stuff. That's all you need to know, really. And all of your senses then are connected with your emotional centers in your brain. This all gets more exciting in a minute. So all of that little tiny part in your brain, it controls and filters. Hey, Jackie! Your reticular activating system, also known as the RAS, controls and filters all of the information that we receive on a daily basis. It lets the information into your conscious mind. It selects what it thinks is most important to give your conscious mind to pay attention to. Hey, Chloe. During the day, we get so much information that's bombarding us. Sorry, there's a bug right here. That's bombarding us. We couldn't possibly absorb all of that. Think about all of the information you receive on a daily basis. All of your senses, but your smell is what this takes in. So we're just going to take 10 seconds, and I'm just going to be quiet, and I'm going to show you the lake, and just listen around you for 10 seconds. Be mindful and just see what information we're not actually paying attention to. So I'm going to listen for 10 seconds. Back. Now it's me making noise. But I could hear like the cars in the background. I could hear birds, a couple of different birds around in different areas. So there's that, and then there's so much stimulation, visually. Plus it's kind of chilly out, so you get that sensation on your skin. So you have a lot of things going on. We don't know it's everything. We couldn't possibly. So that's what the RAS does. It decides what we're going to pay attention to, and then what we can ignore safely. Think of your skin taking in information. It's a receptor. We have, and this sounds kind of gross actually, but we have 20 square feet of skin. Think about that. And we have 1 million nerve cells detecting, are you too hot? I'm going to kind of shake in here. Are you too hot? Are you too cold? Do you have pressure on you where you shouldn't? Are you being cut? 1 million receptors. Hey, Lori. And then your eyes, those take in 300 megapixels of information every single second. Every second. So those are just two of your senses. Like I said, the RAS takes in all your senses except for your smell. So we can be receiving up to 2 million pieces of data at any time. 2 million. So clearly our minds would explode if that was the case, if we consciously was aware of every single one. Our minds consciously can only handle about 100 pieces of information every second. And that's where the RAS comes in, and the RAS is the reticular activating system. The RAS takes in the data that's coming in. Sorry, I'm starting to shake a little bit. It's kind of chilly. I'm using that sense. Takes the data coming in and it decides what to put in your conscious mind. It can tell distance. It gives you a lot of safety information, like if you hear a siren next to you versus you can tell if there's a siren far away from you. Things like that that might keep you safe in an emergency. But it filters through information it thinks is important. How does it know it's important? And this is kind of what blows my mind. It recognizes importance based on what you focus on most. Whatever you focus on most is what you're going to take in. So if you hear somebody that says, I never have enough time, guess what? That person never has enough time. If you hear someone that always is complaining, I can never lose weight. Oh, I've tried everything. That person's not going to lose weight because they're telling themselves they're not going to lose weight. What about somebody, and I've known people like this, it drives me nuts. I hate being late. If somebody's like, oh, I'm always late. Well, guess what? You're telling yourself that, so you're always going to be late. You get the idea. They could go on and on and on. Hey, Shannon. So be careful what you focus on, because again, your brain is going to support that. I'm going to adjust here a little bit so I can be a little more steady. There we go. Can you see me now? This might be a weird angle. I was mentioning this morning that you give yourself cues. Like I was saying, if you pass by a penny on the ground, that's telling your mind, well, I have enough money, I don't need that. So pick up the penny. If you tell yourself, I am so stupid, or even a jokingly, hey dummy, you need to do this. Or, oh, I'll never make the team. Guess what? You won't. I'm sorry, this is so shaky. There, I'm going to try doing this. A couple of other ones. I'll finish last in the race. You will finish last. Or, mine is always the worst. Yep, that's right. Because you're doing it to yourself. Notice most of these statements contain absolutes, and I'm not going to go too much in depth on this because again, this could be another topic, but that's like forever, never, always, nothing. You know, don't use those words. To digress one moment from the RAS that I'm talking about, I saw a Twitter status a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to read it, talking about absolute statements. The Twitter status said, not one to complain normally, but Whole Foods seriously needs to up its coffee game. How is this even a cappuccino? Day ruined. Hi. That is being so dramatic. And that, when you're using absolutes, you're using words that are commonly used, but rarely true. I doubt that her day was ruined because she didn't like her coffee. I don't know. I just thought that was a funny status, and then I unfollowed her. Tracy, I never use those words. I love it. That's funny. So I'll talk more about absolutes another day, but it's important to know if you're saying those or not. Why is this important? Why? Whatever you focus most on, the more cues you will get to support that in your brain. The more your RAS will show you the proof that you're right. So if you say, woo, the more you say, oh, I can't do it, you won't be able to do it. So that blows your mind. That blows my mind. Is your mind blown? Hi. Tell me if this blows your mind. Everything you say and focus on will be, that's what you're going to bring into your mind. Those are your receptors are going to bring in. So the more proof you see, the stronger your belief that it is true. The stronger your belief, the more you will reiterate or repeat it to yourself. Are you seeing what's going on here? It's an endless cycle of self-talk. It's an endless cycle. Stop the cycle, people. I'm being a little crazy today. It's a cycle, self-talk, proof, belief, ad nauseum, repeat ad nauseum. It's not healthy. So in that cycle, tell yourself good self-talk. Set up your RAS to look for the positives, or to look for whatever your goal is. If you're trying to get healthier, focus on that, and you'll start seeing healthier food, ways to become healthier. That's what your mind will look like. Look for, not look like. So instead of negative self-talk, what can we say? We could say, I am so great at this. And it's not being, like, oh, I'm so awesome. No, we're being genuinely self-loving by saying, I'm really great at this. Take an acknowledgement of that. Or I finished the race. I actually did it. Or I'm always on time. How about this one? I love this one. I respect myself. We should all be saying this to ourselves every day. I respect myself. Say it. Tracy, say it. I'm getting in everybody's face today. Ooh, another phrase. I am good with money. If you tell yourself that, you'll think of better ways to be better with money. Hey, Marissa. All right, these last ones that I just read, I'm really great at this. I finished the race. I worked out today. I'm good with money. This is a hint. These could be daily affirmations. You get up in the morning, you look yourself in the eye in the mirror, and not shake like I'm shaking right now. I don't know why I'm so cold. But you say these things to yourself. You're a beautiful person. Whatever you're having struggles with, maybe you're having a negative self-image, compliment yourself on that thing. If you're going through some financial issues, start telling yourself you're good with money. You're good with money. Some things might begin to change because your reticular activating system will kick into gear and start seeing those things. It might, oh, you're good with money. You might see an email of a Dave Ramsey newsletter or something you didn't see before. You start seeing things you wouldn't have necessarily seen before. That's the point of the RAS. It starts showing you things to support the statements that you're making to yourself. So, call to action. Start setting your RAS on a positive path. RAS, reticular activating system. The loop is, you say it, whether it's negative or positive, you're going to believe it, and your mind will start picking out those things since it sees 2 million pieces of data every second and only can take in 100 to your conscious mind. What are you putting in your conscious mind? It is up to you. Your decision. You're in control of it. No excuses. Awesome. I stopped shaking. It is beautiful out here today. I'm at Lake McBride at Eagle Point. There are no eagles to be seen at the moment, but maybe we'll find one. Anyway, I enjoyed talking to all of you today. Thank you all for listening, and I hope that that was a benefit to some of you, or if you know somebody that would appreciate it, share it. I love your comments. Comment anytime. Lori, you were driving. Don't comment while you're driving. Appreciate that. No accidents here, but yeah, I appreciate all of you. I love you. Like, comment, share, and I will see you at the next video. Bye.